All right. Hello, everybody. Woo. Woo. Whoa. We're gonna play some Pokemon. That's what we're going to do. Of course, we're going to be doing some glitches. We're certainly trying to. I've got a few more up here. So let's see. Let's open with that. Let's start with that. Let's do that. We're gonna start off with reboarding the SSN, although it's gone. So, is it here? Was it Vermilion? No. Was it? It wasn't Celadon. Maybe it was Vermilion. Maybe it was. We are going to find out. Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. So, let's see what we got here. If I understand this correctly, and I think I do, we should be able to call this man a liar. Uh-huh. This is gonna be cool. All right, let's test this out. Enough jibber jabber, right? Obviously not for me, but for the game. Okay, so if this is correct, we should be able to hold here. Save it. So after we save this, we should be able to restart it. Continue on. Pick a Pokemon. This is looking good so far. That knows Surf. Do Surf. Holy crap! And the SSN is still there. What the? Oh my gosh, that was an easy one. That was an easy one. So this is nuts to me. And since we're here, I got to show this off. This unused little asset here. This is where the school ground rumor was if you were to come here and use strength on this truck, that it would, Mew would pop out. You'd be able to fight him. This is too cool right here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Man, they even built in a barricade. I don't know if I've ever seen that barricade sprite anywhere else. Always gotta check to see if there's some weird hidden item thing. Oh, I guess it is used right there, so that would be a lie. Now, can we actually go in and explore the SSN? Oh my god. We are up in it. This is insane. So, it looks like the people that we already fought, though, it is done. Wow. Wait a minute. We gotta see this. What a liar. What a liar. But now he should stop us, right? Okay. That's crazy. That is crazy. I want to do this again. Okay. So, you know, again, if this is true, what it was saying, all we got to do here is hold right, hit start, hit save, save the game, and then we're going to restart it. And then after doing that, hit continue, start, pick your surf Pokemon. He's going to surf down even though he's facing right. And then this son of a gun is a complete lying son of a gun. Because the ship is there! That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Alright, that's glitch number 1. That was a really cool glitch, too. I never knew that one at all. I never knew that one at all. At all. The next one... The next one is a little strange. Do we have... Let me take a look real quick, because there are some very specific things that we're going to need here. Okay, so what we need for this next one is an Exeggutor. We don't necessarily need it. We could go get a Psyduck or something. Oh, actually, that should be fairly easy because Exeggutor evolves with a Leaf Stone. So... Or will execute, rather. And I believe we caught one of those already at the Safari Zone. So let's do this. We may have another Leaf Stone, actually. I think we accidentally bought a couple. So let's go and see. Oh, we didn't want bills yet. We want the Leaf Stone. We want the Leaf Stone. There you are. Yep, we do have it. Okay, very good. Okay, we're gonna have to deposit a couple of Pokemon, actually. So for right now... We're gonna deposit Butterpea and Panda Plume. We want... Change the box real quick. Maybe box 3. Okay, yeah, we need execute. We could do it with Nidorina, actually. We could do that. Actually, we're not going to, because she's probably going to be a little bit further away from leveling. Let's instead get like a Jigglypuff or something. Let's do that. So for those of you that are wondering what the heck I'm doing right now, there we go. Fairy Orb. We're going to do a stone evolution without needing a stone. But the first thing we're going to do before we do that is use a stone, because we need an execute. And this will be good anyways, because we are trying to get the full Pokedex, right? So this will work. Okay. $217 to level up. Honestly, I think what we could do is start with Clefairy and then go into Exeggutor to initiate the glitch. If my calculations are correct. They might be. They might not be. But we're going to find out. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to work. So let's give it a shot. I think the Pokemon down here are going to be a little more... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, valuable in the sense of XP. We could try it in Diglett Cave, right? Let's save this real quick. Okay. So, I'm probably going to repeat myself a few times here. Let's keep that in mind. But, anyways, what should happen should be Clefairy is going to level up after we switch out with Exeggutor, and that is going to channel a Moonstone. Let me think about that a little bit better, explain that better. So, we're going to lead the battle with a Pokemon that needs a Moonstone to evolve. And because we switch out with Exeggutor, and they level up in the battle, try that one more time. We're going to start the battle with a Pokemon that evolves via a Moonstone. We're going to switch out for an Exeggutor. That Pokemon that we switched out, since it evolves via a Moonstone, leveling up in the battle will trigger a Moonstone via having Exeggutor out there. That's probably a horrible way to explain that, but I'm trying, everybody. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen. Clefairy is asleep right now. This will be hilarious if this works. Oh, really? Exeggutor doesn't know a whole lot, does he? Pandas, what's up? Alright, let's see if this worked. No, nope, not this one. So, the next fight, maybe? Alright, so if this works correctly, Clefairy should evolve without needing a Moonstone. All we gotta do is take out this Diglett. Not yet, okay. This is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. Alright, so if this works out, Clefairy should evolve without the need of a Moonstone. Well, I don't like that he dug underground, because that might hurt. Oh, it didn't do much. Good. That's why we chose to go to Diglett anyways. Alright, let's see if this worked. Alright, did we get the evolution? Oh my god! Holy crap. That's nuts. That was a Moonstone evolution without the need of a Moonstone. Goodness gracious. Oh, pandas. So it is literally as simple as the Pokemon that you want to evolve leading the fight. He's asleep, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, the Pokemon you want to evolve, have them lead the fight. And then the Pokemon that steps in for them has to be the one that corresponds with the specific stone that you're trying to use. So in this case, the Moonstone corresponds with Exeggutor. The Thunderstone corresponds with Growlithe, I believe. The rest I am not sure of. Can you imagine being a kid and being like, what? You don't need a Moonstone. Mine evolved without one, and nobody believing you? Yeah, yeah. I evolved mine at, like, level 10. Nuh-uh. Yeah, so it's similar... In a sense, I should say. It's similar to... how us finding all of those Pokemon that we shouldn't be able to catch in Pokemon Red works. So different things are tied to different numbers, right? So if you were to look at the code for Pokemon on like a hexadecimal sheet, right? You would see that like maybe, I'm just throwing a number out there, maybe like the number 91 corresponds with the special stat of Mew. And because you have a Pokemon with the special stat 91, and that 91 special stat specifically, that data corresponds with Mew, that's how we get Mew to show up. 91 is not the specific number there, but just as an example, that's how that trick works. This one works kind of similarly. They're on like a similar table. So because the stones are on a similar table with a specific Pokemon, having that Pokemon being the Pokemon to do the killing blow applies the corresponding stone to the Pokemon that just leveled up. Don't need spikes, PC. We need bills. It's like super interesting to me, which is cool because I thought we were either gonna have to dupe Moonstones or that we weren't gonna be able to do that anyway. So I'm very glad that this worked. I'm very glad that we specifically tried it with a Moonstone Pokemon. We've already done 2 out of our 3 glitches for the day. That's crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely insane, Pandas. It's absolutely insane. Okay, so our last glitch is going to be a little different. This one's going to be a little harder to perform than the last 2 that we just did. And that will make sense in a moment. It's so good, isn't it? It's so good, Pandas. Did I lose my... I lost it! Good thing I remember what we searched for to look for it. Man, some of the videos that people will post for this stuff is just way too long. Way too long. I don't really think I need the video though anyways. I can't find the right one. Oh, that might be it right there actually. One moment. One moment. Yeah, here's the actual video. Okay, we got it. I just need to see what town they fly to, or if that even matters. Huh. Actually, if I'm seeing that right, it's just this town. Okay. We're gonna have to figure something out with it because it's a little confusing. It involves the Glitch City glitch. Kind of. Kind of. Okay. So it looks like coming out of it doesn't count as a step. Oh, I forgot to reset. One, two, three, 6. One, 5, 6. I'm gonna restart that actually. We need to count steps, and we need to figure out how many it takes. I'm gonna start counting here. I lost count. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I have another way to do this. I'm gonna try it this way. We're gonna wait until we get down to about 150. So basically what we're going to be trying to do, pandas, is we're going to be trying to walk through walls. So we're going to do the same thing that we would normally do for Glitch City. But the goal is that on the last ding, we jump over a barrier. So we'll get brought back as we're suspended in midair. And this has a 50-50 shot of either working or crashing the game. At least I think it's a 50-50 shot. From what I've seen so far, it looked like it. I think I was able to count to 150 without my ADHD getting in the way and me getting lost in the count. So we're going to try to set it up for that. The only problem is right now I don't know if steps inside of the Safari Zone area where you pay for the balls counts. I'm gonna guess and say that it doesn't. But this will be a lot easier than counting every little step. We're already almost there. So this should go a lot quicker if this works. It doesn't look like it, because we're still at 150. So let's try this. Okay, so we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One 130, 131. I was 5 off. So we'll subtract 5 from when I counted. Nice. That worked like a charm, by the way. Did not expect it to go over. Okay. There's no music. That's strange already. If this worked correctly, instead of being in Glitch City, we should be in Normal Town. We should be able to walk through walls. And we can't. But weird things are certainly happening. There's no music. There's no music. Apparently, instead of the glitch we were trying to do, we did something completely different and found out a way to kill the music in the game. And it is really creepy. Let me tell you, this is some of the most eeriest freaking crap I have ever seen. This is some liminal space. Just what the heck? I half expected the water not to be moving. This is so weird and eerie. Oh my gosh. And then it just starts when you get onto the trail. Does it go away when we go back? And it's back. Wow. That was strange. Yeah, it looks like it came back, Pandas. That was really interesting. Okay, let's try it again. But that was really, really cool. That's going to be a good clip too. Let's see if we can get this walk through walls glitch to work though. Yeah, that was insanely creepy. Dude, Pokemon Red is like just full of creepiness. Okay, so after we leave the door, the count to 45 is on again, and we'll try it again. All right, let's see what happens. I wonder if jumping off on different areas gives you a different effect. Okay, music is gone. Still can't do anything. So we're just getting some weird, creepy music gone thing. What happens if you read a sign? Does the cry bring it back? Nope. Oh my gosh. Listening to Pokemon cries with there being no music is really creepy. Like, this literally seems like some kind of some crazy creeped out ROM hack that somebody made. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Oh, I know why this isn't working. I know why. We are missing a very important step. We're missing a very important step. Okay. The important step is we have to have a Pokemon who's poisoned so that we faint afterwards. That's the step that we're missing. So I'm glad that we messed this up a little bit. Because we got to showcase what happens when it's just creepy no music world. Let's reset this up. But let's buy a bunch of potions. And only have one Pokemon in our party. That's what this is. We'll go all the way to box 12 so that we know where all our Pokemon are at. The only one that I want is the one that can fly, I think. So we'll keep the Shins for now. It knows Growl, so we can just keep using Growl on, like, an Ekans or something until he gets poisoned. Also, before we do that, we want to go to the Pokemart. Well, we're gonna fly anyways. We're gonna fly anyways. We're gonna take him out to go get poisoned. But we're gonna go to the mart first, and we're gonna buy some potions to keep him alive long enough to do this glitch. Yeah, super potions will work. Yeah, give me a run on that. $40 should be enough. I can't imagine we need too much more than that, right? I swear, if we end up needing more than that, that's gonna suck so bad. Anyways, let's go get him poisoned. Actually, you know where we're gonna go? We'll go to Cerulean. Because I know for sure there's some Ekans over there, right? Over to the left. That's what we're missing in this, though. That's the key. Come on, Ekans. I'm pretty sure you're out over this way. Something that can poison me. It doesn't necessarily have to be an Ekans. There we go. Oh, Ekans, buddy. You gotta poison sting me. Ekans, buddy. How? You gotta use that poison sting thing you got. Do they not have it at this low of a level? Is that where our problem is gonna be? I wish I could, like, peer into his moods right now and see what he has. But if I don't see a poison sting here soon, we'll have to try to find another means to do this. Where can I go to get poison? I just see Lear and Wrapped so far. Yeah, that's all I see. So we're running. So that's not going to be it. We need to go somewhere else. I feel like there's more Ekans over here. Oh, you know what? Is it Nidorino or Nidoran? I'm sorry. Is it the little Nidorans that one of them has poison sting? I can't remember. I can't remember. Also, there might be... I know there's Mankey in here. Is there... Are there more... Are there more, Ekans in here? Much better level. So, if we could find another Ekans in here, theoretically, he should know. Area. No, but to the right. Okay. That's where we remember seeing him. I just want to get poisoned a little bit, please. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go, buddy. Try on my growl for size. That's what we wanted. Poison him, please. More of that, please. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay, we are going to try this glitch again. And if all goes well, but we do need to keep an eye on the Shin's health. I'm actually gonna save it right here, right this second. Just in case. Squall, what is up, dude? How goes it? That also leads to out of town. What the heck? What the heck, man? Beautiful. Okay. We are 2 glitches down so far, Squall, and is this isn't Safari Zone, is it? No. We are 2 glitches down, and we are... Actually, we're 3 glitches down. We're doing another glitch, though. Because we haven't made one of the initial glitches that we meant to do happen yet. And then we can bring back our party and actually play the game a little bit here. He's still got 40 health. It's all good, pandas. So, I don't know if you heard, but I figured out in my brain what went wrong, why we couldn't walk through the walls. We just got creepy, eerie, no music. So we're gonna get down to 150 again, and we're gonna try this again. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to do the glitch again. I do have to check one thing out, though. Hang on one second. I know we need to be poisoned. I know that we need to pass out. I'm just looking at it really quick. Shut up. No. No. That is so cool. Hang on a second. We're gonna redo something here really quick. So the reason why we couldn't walk through the walls, Panda, was, I think, if I'm looking at it correctly, we should still be poisoned, right? Okay. If I'm looking at it correctly, it's because you need to, I think we just have to go in the Pokemon Center. I don't think we necessarily need to use it. I am so sorry, my brain right now. You can only walk through walls. Wrong place. Inside of the area where you pay to go into the Safari Zone. When you come out of that glitch. So if you pass out inside of that area, you'll be able to walk through walls on wherever the next area it is that you go to. Does that make sense? Until you exit that area. But there's something really cool about it that I think I never even thought of this before. If you had a strong enough Pokemon, you could totally make this really, like, cool and viable. It does still have to do with the jumping over the ledge. So everything that we did prior leading up to it was correct, except we did not have a Pokemon poisoned so that it could pass out. So Pokemon cruelty is the answer here. We weren't cruel enough. We were being too good of people. But the good thing is we know now from doing that that if we have 150 steps left over on the 145th step after coming out of this thing here, is when it will trigger for us to go back. So we have to walk 144 steps and then jump over the ledge. Yeah, we have to do math. Who likes that? Who likes math? If you say you do, you're a liar. I'm convinced. Okay, we're getting really close. Okay. Okay, let's try it. One, two, three. All right. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, we are walking on the countertops. So that's good. Now we just need to let our Pokemon pass out here. This is crazy. This is nuts. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. So if this works correctly, we should see some crazy stuff. Okay, so if this works correctly, with the way that I have this set up, we should be able, without having beaten the Elite Four, to get into the cave where you get Mewtwo. We're not going to do it, because that would be absolute nuts with a level 28 Doduo, but we are certainly going to show this off. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. We're in the wrong area for this. That's okay, though. We're walking through walls. So if we were in the correct area, and I'm walking on water, look at that. Actually, we still might be able to get there. We still might be able to... Nope, glitched it out. So don't walk on that stuff. We're going to do it again, though. We're going to do it again. So it's going to be... that you black out? Yeah, it's like you're tied to them. So here's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna uninitiate the glitch, okay? I lied to myself. Wouldn't that be great if he gave me like another 30 and now all of a sudden I had 60 Safari Balls, but I only have 30. Okay. How did you lie to yourself, by the way, Squall? You like math? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so let's stay. You thought yellow was a complete version of the game and it's not? When you say complete, what do you mean? Do you mean as in like the ability to catch all Pokemon? That's what I thought you meant. Yeah, no. You can catch all the starter Pokemon, though, in that one. That's what's crazy. You can catch all the starter Pokemon out in the wild in that game. Okay, so... we're gonna try this one more time. The last Pokemon Center that we stayed at was the correct place where we want to be when we initiate this glitch. Yeah, Pokemon Yellow, when you think about it, kind of sucks in a way, right? Because you might not be able to get all of the you might have to get like some from Red and some from Blue. I don't know though. Don't quote me on that. Do not quote me on that. Okay, now what we want. We need to find an Ekans. You need from both. Yeah, see, that sucks. Yeah, you get a cool Pikachu, but now you have to have 2 friends instead of 1. And come on, we all know that that's a rare commodity nowadays. Come on! I just want to fight freaking Ekans. What the fuck is this? Yeah, the Pikachu is not that great. I want you to use Poison Sting. 2 friends in this economy? You'd think, Squall, you would think that obviously they didn't, but you would think that they would have tried to, like, compensate for that with stat boosts or something. This Ekans sucks compared to the last one. Let's try to find a different one. There we go. They seem to be easy to find. Poison sting my face, please. I switched to Jolteon and never looked back. There we go. Poison it, baby. Come on. Dang it, dude. Come on. Once tier 2 and 3 Pokemon started showing up, that Pikachu is trash. Oh yeah. Especially since you can get all the starters. Ekans, use Poison Sting. Why are you not nearly as cool as the other Ekans that we found that one time? Eventually, you're going to run out of PP for some of these moves. You're going to have to drink more water, but you won't be able to until after this battle. Because you ran Gyarados? Yeah, totally. Understandable. You know, it is funny how Gyarados isn't a dragon Pokemon, but it sure as heck looks like a dragon. I never got that. Please? Come on. And it learns Dragon Rage, yeah, 100%. How does that work? Poison me. Our shins are just immune to poisons. They've been bitten so many times. Please. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Back we go. Magikarp to Gyarados is insane. I am gonna save right here. Squirtle is your least fave Gen 1 starter. I would have to agree. The only reason why we picked Squirtle was just so that we could get through things quicker, so that way we could show off some of these cool glitches quicker. Like, quite literally the only reason. Not a fan. All right. So for those of you that just saw us do this, I will say there might be a little bit of theater in this, but I'm still pretty amazed by this thing, so bear with me. Alright, get down to 150, count our 144 out, jump over a cliff at 145, and we should be good. What's up, F0319 on YouTube? Heck yeah. We've done 3 already. So we're going to do this last one here, and then we're going to play a little bit. Well, I don't know if I'm going to have... We're going to try to have a little bit of time to play a little bit. Today's been a pretty interesting day, and this week has been a pretty interesting week. I will tell you that. 29, 376. But the good news is we did end up going to the motorcycle shop today. We purchased ourselves a brand new, very first ever motorcycle. Very excited for that. No, Squall, you're a glitch. That Squall guy. My gosh. To think I named a Pokemon after him. I should say for him, not really after him. I named one for you, Squall. 63, 314. This is the best. This is the most fun part of the glitch, everybody, right here. Brace yourselves in your seats for this riveting gameplay. We call it back and forth. America's pastime. It's been big here since, you know, 1833, I think it was. I agree, Squall. Yeah, freaking Gen 1 was insane. You know, my favorite Pokemon type, definitely, when Gen 1 was out, was Psychic Pokemon. And they were most certainly overpowered. Really, Tentacruel is powerful. I haven't messed around much with it. I know Cloyster is pretty darn powerful for just some random Pokemon, by the way. Just like random Pokemon knowledge. Cloyster is a beast at defense. 30, 184. $72, 27. 60, 24. All right, let's get it to 150. That was close. Okay. All right. Let's save it. Let's restart it. One, two. All right. Woo boy. Okay. Negative, Squall. We are going to do something even crazier. First off, check this out. I'm walking on the desk. Second off, once we get closer to 1 health, I will absolutely tell you what we're doing. We're going to see some crazy stuff here in a minute. Look at that. I'm behind the counter. I'm the big man behind the counter. Eight left. Be 2 left. Okay. If this works correctly, as F-Zero just said, we should be able to walk through walls. But the crazier thing about this is the fact that you can use this glitch before you've beaten the Pokemon League, if you so choose and have a death wish, to get into the cave where Mewtwo's at. Let's check this out. Oh boy. Okay, we need to be careful. We need to be careful about this. All right, last time we tried this, we got stuck inside one of these trees. Oh my god. Here we go. Are you ready for this? That music right there is the sound of victory. I love it. Yeah, you're correct, Pandas. Unfortunately, YouTube has a policy, or Twitch, sorry, Twitch I think has the policy where you can't show both chats on your stream coming up on screen at the same time. Otherwise, I would have it so both are into one. See, we can no longer go into the walls. And just as further proof, we still have 3 gyms we have to beat. So, we definitely got in here before we beat the Pokemon League. What a weird policy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, exactly, Squall. That's why I was saying, if you have a death wish, yeah, you know what? Go for it. And now I'm stuck. And now I'm stuck. Hey, guy. Hilarious. Get me out of here. Oh, fantastic. Let me save that. Let's get all our Pokemon back. Well, that was fun, everybody. What a great time. Fantastic time. Well, unfortunately, I am probably going to have to call it here, and we did not really get to play much of the game today. But we do have... Oh my gosh, will you stop talking to Nurse Joy? I get it, she's beautiful, but cut it out. We have a lot going on today, and I wanted to make sure I at least got to say hi to everybody and put something up. Earlier today we couldn't get on because we had to go down. We had to take care of getting the bike situated and getting that. Right now we have just found out that two very good friend of ours are going to be moving, and we want to make sure that we get to spend as much time with them as we can before they move. So in order to do that, it is going to be a short stream today. However, the best thing about all of this is the crazy work stuff that's been going on. I believe Sunday is the last day of all the crazy stuff. There might be a little bit of things here and there, but the crazy parts should be done and over with. So that means we should be able to get back to our Saturday, Sunday schedule. And that also means that I will have a vacation coming up soon. And probably every single day of that vacation we'll be streaming. And just doing crazy stuff. And just trying to find crazy glitches and playing shmups and doing our normal stuff. Back to freaking normal. Thank goodness. So with that, I am going to have to end stream. But I thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out. F0319, thanks for coming in on YouTube. We don't get a lot of YouTube traffic, but I would like to change that eventually. We're working on it. We're working on shorts and all this other crazy stuff, and the shorts are going big on Instagram. They're doing really well on there. They're not doing as well on YouTube, but I have a feeling that if we can keep up with everything, I think it'll eventually hit. It's just finding the right breakout short, like what we did with Instagram. And then that'll at least drive a little more traffic. So, all right, everybody. Have a great day. See you later, pandas. And everybody else over there. And, yeah. Bye-bye.